Karma Worldwide. Welcome back to Conqueror's Haki Corner. It's your boy Serge.
Wagwan.
It's your boy Rooks.
Satnam.
It's your boy Vim. And we are back again bringing you another One Piece chapter review. 923, I believe. Yeah, yes, it is. It is General Kaido vs. Luffy. What an amazing chapter. But, before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button because you know you love Conqueror's Haki Corner.
Don't just hit it, smash it.
And you love One Piece. So smash the like button up. Don't forget to hit the notification bell because every time we hit upload in our videos, you get a notification to make sure you're in tune. Wow, what a chapter, guys.
Indeed.
What else do we want them to do?
We want you to catch up from where we left off last time. So if you check down in the links below,
down there,
you'll find our last review.
That's it.
If you're a bit hazy in the mind. But also actually, don't forget to share our video on Twitter if you have one. It helps us out quite a bit.
Let's get it.
Let's take you guys away and let's just start from the biggest thing this chapter. One hit KO.
Divine Thunder.
Levels.
Divine Thunder.
Just in case you didn't see it, yeah. Kaido took out Luffy in one hit.
Do you know one of those moves where you know what Brook does when Brook hits you, walks away, then closes his sword, and then everything around him falls over. That's how Kaido took out Luffy. He just hit him, walked away.
It's like squatting.
He didn't even look at him. There you go.
Levels. But we'll get to that. Stay tuned in. We'll get to that bit. Let's get from the top. Front cover, Luffy, Sabo, and Luffy, Sabo, and Ace. Would love you to see this fan page request. Three brothers. Yep. Let's go. And they are Atlas Heracles and Miami Beetle fighting. It's nice to see them. Is it foreshadowing where it says Luffy's unbreakable?
Yeah.
Could be in some kind of way. You know his brothers have got his back one way or another.
Even though they've got a foot on his face and a pull in his cheek.
Well, you know what I would say maybe this kind of foreshadowing is? Luffy takes beats to grow.
Yep, unbreakable.
Like it.
Unbreakable. That's the message I got after this chapter because there's necessary battering. And then we go into Luffy versus Kaido. We start the chapter with Luffy just landing at will. Accuracy, hitting the dragon mode whenever he wanted. It was crazy. Just landing everything he throws. Sending the dragon flying into buildings, having the beast pirates go crazy. It was just like, he just had the shock of the whole audience. Everyone there was just captivated by what was going on. What did you guys think about that bit, man?
I'm excited. At the same time, everyone says Kaido is, but they look up to Kaido as if he's something special. And then you've got this guy who just comes along out of nowhere. No one knows who he is, hitting Kaido at will, aggressively, consistently, and landing blows and hitting him everywhere. It's the biggest disrespect almost.
Yeah, it is a disrespect. Now, we did say from last week that Kaido will get hit, and it's more because he's in an inebriated state. Because he's drunk, he's sort of not in a state of mind where he can really maneuver as well as he should be. So he's taking the hits.
Also, very similar to maybe the concept behind like the strongest members of the Beast Pirates. We don't know yet. We've only met a few, but we know that Jack's strongest form is his fisherman form, not his devil fruit form. Kaido, his strongest form, like I said, being a dragon gives him certain access to get to places fast, take out his buildings with his fire blast. But his mobility in one-on-one fighting, it may not be the best form for that. So that's what we can get from this. We saw more of that this chapter. Then there's different parts of this. This chapter was very beautiful in its own way because there's a lot to talk about in terms of little deviations of what they show while the fight's happening. And the first one is Shooten Maru tells his is the Otayama thieves to run back to the forest. He's staying behind. Why?
Now, this is interesting. He's drinking some sake. So is he enjoying it like that's his popcorn?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or is he trying... Because he's intrigued.
Yeah.
He does say, who the hell does this guy think he is?
This ain't sake, by the way, it's water.
So he is sort of looking at it as if, where does this guy come from and why is he fighting the commander? Because no one in their right mind does that. So he's more surprised and interested because of this.
What I would like to add to that, and why I would be interested if I was in the One Piece world, we know that Shutamaru is one of the 3 legendary samurai left that they want to recruit as allies.
3 legendary. Well, we make those references all day. Sorry.
And the biggest thing is obviously people of that level are Haki users. One thing that Rayleigh first taught us is when you have a great sense of observational Haki, you can tell how strong someone is.
Yeah.
So he can probably sense that he knows that Luffy can use Haki.
Yeah.
Second thing he can sense is if Luffy can use Haki, Luffy knows he's no match for Kaido. Yet he still has the heart to step to someone he knows he can't beat.
Yeah.
That's what's caught his attention.
Also, if we go back to someone else that he came across that did something similar, right? Did Odin not do the same thing to him? So he was running a town. Am I correct? And Odin came along and did what?
He came and took him out.
Similar thing, no?
So it's a similar concept.
Yeah.
Like the path of a leader. We then jump onto, so that's an interesting point. We then jump onto where, as Luffy, so he's punched the dragon, and while the dragon's lying down, he's looking around and he notices Speed Summer just wiped out, on the verge of death, man. And it turns out, while she was running away with her master Otama, Kaido saw them in his dragon form when he was coming, and she tried to protect Otama, and she said she couldn't. And there's a little clip with a little hand and the apple just falling out. And just the intensity of Luffy's face and how angry it is, man.
So we're at a point where we don't know how safe or where Otama is, if she's even in a condition where she's safe or even in good condition.
Is she dead?
And
doubt it.
Doubt it, yeah.
But
that's enough for him to lose his senses and go wild, because that's his mode. That's his mode. If he sees red, it's all out.
And Oda does a lot in this chapter in terms of he draws a lot of panels where he highlights the intensity of Luffy's face. He does a lot of dark shading, makes Luffy go darker, his eyes go wider.
Luffy's passionate at this moment. He's passionate for his friends, he's hoping they're alive. He's passionate for Otama, thinking, what's happened to her? He wants Kaido's head on a platter. He said to Law, you told me if I don't do this, if we get Kaido out now, we don't have to worry about Kinemon, we don't have to worry about our friends.
Our plan's finished.
Our plan's finished. So let me go ahead. Wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking. Then we go to the heavyweight clash where he's fought like, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Then we go to the mismatch.
There we go.
The mismatch. And, at this point, he's hit the dragon. You see Shrink and Kaido comes into his... They first saw 2 things. They do say his human form. Yeah, human form.
Yeah, they did, yeah. Could have been a translation, but they did. That's the one we
But we're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
And it just kind of supports the whole concept of Kaido stronger in his base form. But that's one thing, but also, is he actually human?
Yeah.
Because at the end, they call him a creature as well.
Yeah.
So it's a reach. But either way, the dragon form is not the strongest. Now, as they introduce, again, it's the bottom. Remember, there's an audience here. Luffy, he calls Kaido, I'm here. Kaido comes to him,
True.
You're that Luffy. I'm the one who's going to be the pirate king. The what? Because Kaido, again, Haki, he knows Luffy is so far beneath him.
Not even close.
It's like when you go back to Marineford, Luffy got acknowledged by Whitebeard because he was even more of a scrub back then who didn't belong in the battlefield. Yet he was blindly fighting against forces that he couldn't even fathom to fight. To the point where Whitebeard says to his people, protect him.
But he called him a cheeky brat. And we're going to bring that up in a second, but he's a brat. And he's cheeky because he says what he wants on his mind without recourse of what's going to happen next.
It speaks from the heart.
Yeah. Passionate. He speaks from the heart. He's passionate, but these guys are levels ahead.
Still.
What did Marco say to Kizaru? You can't just go straight for the king's head.
Yeah, it's true.
He kicked him on the face. He said, come on, don't be stupid. Would you think you're going to go for the king?
And then the real fights,
the
next part of the fight starts where Luffy clearly jumps straight to Gear 4th and hits Kaido with Kong Organ. So it's Gear 4th, so the strongest form of Luffy
that we are
aware of, or that we've seen. Gear 4th Bound Man versus the physical form of Kaido. Yeah. And once again, he is landing hits.
Every single one.
Now, I want to ask each one of your impressions. Okay. My personal impressions, as much as it looked good and he's landing, when I look at Kaido's face, nothing hurt.
No, I agree. I feel there was no real reaction to the hits because there was no power in it that he found it necessary for him to react.
And you? How did you feel when you saw it?
Just felt like he was still being woken up to the truth. Like,
Yeah, he's drunk.
There you go. There you go. Like, what? He's sobering him up.
yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
I have a very great way.
I like that.
But what was more, but I think symbolically it's powerful. So even though it had no physical damaging effect, reputation-wise, this kid in front of everyone has got the heart
The audacity.
and some kind of ability
Yeah.
to land hits on Kaido in front of everyone on Kaido's home turf. We then have a beautiful section of panels where you see some of the beast pirates, Kaido's underlings. You see Hawkins, you see Law, you see Shutamaru, all looking on at what Luffy's doing to Kaido. And it's kind of summarized by Shutamaru when he's like, what I think he says something like, who is this kid? Like,
That guy, yeah.
like, who is that guy? Because this doesn't happen. So even in defeat, ultimately, and what a defeat it was, yeah, he's doing something that no one else does. Do you understand?
Yeah, he's
Like,
doing something out of the norm. The norm is follow suit,
Submit.
submit, don't ask questions, don't respond, don't react. But when you've got someone coming out and saying and screaming, I am the Pirate King, I'm going to kick your ass, I'm fighting you, I'm beating you up, you can't revolt. Revolution is not a part of the nature of Wano, as they've been seeing for the last 20 years. But now someone is revolting, the new dawn is coming.
well, it's also like, it's Kaido's almost like, if you look at the kind of makeup of Wano, and without getting too blasphemous, like Orochi is the king, Kaido is the god.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, he's the
Divine Thunder, look at the...
the last bit, as predicted, Kaido just one-shots Luffy with his spiky club, Divine Thunder. Now, there's other translations of it. There's like some 8 diaphragm thing. Like when I read it, I personally, afterwards I checked out on a website called, which one, Manga Stream. They had a slightly different translation. But Divine Thunder, I think, sums it up. Divine. It's a godly move, man.
Yeah.
And again, it's the highlight of the difference between the Yonko and where Luffy is now. That's just the disparity in fighting strength. Because not only did he KO him, similar to when Luffy clashed with Big Mom, he was just pooped out of his Gear 4 form instantly. Couldn't hold it in the presence of Kaido. Kaido hit him once, knocked him out. And then what did Kaido say at the end to him? Let's go all the way down. Just kind of summarizes the chapter.
The disrespectful thing he said to him?
Just the ultimate, you know what? It's muggage. It's muggage.
He mocked him. He mocked him.
Muggage at its finest, where
He asked him.
he just looked at him and he goes, what kind of king did you say you'll be? You brat.
There you go.
Bro, like, this is what I picture happened to Kid. Now, I'm going to give Kid some kind of shout because Kid is like Luffy.
Bring Kid back. Come on, order.
I think Kid must have, obviously, he definitely tried to fight Kaido, got wiped out. And again, brat, Luffy level, like, who do you think you are?
Okay, let's talk about this right now, what he just said, right? Ignore the fight, ignore the little hits, because that was a given. Luffy was going to do that. Kaido wasn't even phased by the hit. What he's angry about, and what the only thing he mentions, what kind of king did you say you'll be? He's offended.
He's taking it personal because that's what he wants to be.
He is offended. So now, when he's offended, what happens next? Because this is personal now.
Well,
At first it was, oh, you've come here, you messed around. He didn't. Now he's all about, you said something now to make me angry.
Well, the thing is that what this kind of reminds me of. So we can see that what might have happened to Kid. We can see that Luffy, a similar thing happened when he clashed with Big Mom, but not in detail because that wasn't really a fight. It was more of a clash and running around was a different dynamic. But in the context of the story, whenever people of this kind of level, and I'm going to take you back in history, when Ace first tried to hit Whitebeard, got one shot.
Ooh.
Do you understand? Like,
Good reference.
As great as you are, this is what Yonko is.
You can't.
And I believe to get onto that level of fight on a Yonko is something to do with his spirit. And that's why this defeat will make Luffy's spirit harden. His conquerors will get stronger because
definitely.
Even though he was already a Yonko, to clash on that level, they said when Shanks stepped onto the boat to meet with Whitebeard, this guy has an impressive spirit. Do you understand? And what we're going to see now, so we've slowly started to see the development of observational Haki.
Pay attention.
We're going to slowly see more of the... We have at times, but we're going to see even more development in the use of Buso Shoku, armament Haki. But I think in our clashes between Yonko and Luffy and other people that clash Yonko, we are going to see the development of the Conqueror's Haki. What it means to manifest that in your being and in your fighting abilities. Because at this moment, when he's fought Shishibukai or commanders, you see a great clash of people on an equal level and all of that stuff. But
The Conquerors need to raise.
The Conquerors needs to raise. Now, my prediction, I want you to check last video if you haven't already, because I'm not talking rubbish. I said Kaido is not just going to beat Luffy, he's going to destroy him with ease, which has transpired, and I believe Luffy's going to prison. I don't see how anyone's getting him out of this situation.
Yeah, fair.
Still plausible, we have to wait. I'm not going to jump the gun. Law has a very great ability, but because Law's cunning and calculated enough, he may understand that
He's got to cut his losses.
you got to cut your losses and rescue Luffy later.
Yeah.
And it just goes more again, it just goes to the plausibility of one, you have to suffer the consequences of prematurely fighting a Yonko. Two, it will grow Luffy. And following the same pattern of impel down into Marineford, this is your prison into the Great War of Wano, and where Luffy can potentially get more allies and harden and get stronger. Do you know what would be very interesting? And I'm going to go for it. It's just come to my head, yeah. It always comes just to my head. I know this guy's going to like grab me and shake me and like... There's been many predictions in the One Piece universe. At some point, that Luffy will meet Scopper, Bagan, Gavin.
Yeah, okay.
What if Scopper Gavin is in the prison, in Kaido's prison? Because in Impel Down, come on, he met Ivankov, he met some powerhouses. What if he meets an original member of the Pirate King's crew while he's in prison in Wano? What more could you ask for to raise your level? Even if he shares a story with him about Roger and what Roger did to Kaido and Whitebeard and why he was able to do that. Because if he is a member of the Pirate King's crew, he will see Luffy and he'll see what he saw in Goldie Roger. He may explain to him, Roger had his downs.
That's deep.
You understand? You're like him. This is what you need to do.
God damn, man. That's cold. I like that.
That's a reach, though. Hey, wouldn't it be something?
It'll be perfect moment.
And listen, don't be shy and tell me what you think about that in the comment section below.
Damn.
Don't listen.
God damn.
I want us to hit 15 likes this week. Yeah, at least. So if you clicked on this video and you're watching it, click it.
Click it.
Not only that, find what? Listen, I don't know an anime head or a manga head that doesn't know any other anime and manga heads. You share that with them. You tell them to watch it and you tell them to like it. Even if they don't want to watch it and pay attention, like the damn video. Do it. But more importantly, Nick, my guy.
Hey, salute.
Salute.
No.
Tell us what you think.
Tell us.
Tariq, all of you, man. Let us know what you
Down
think.
below.
What does this make you feel? What does this make you think is coming next? What do you think about our theory as to what might plausibly happen?
Let's start getting the theories out there, because we're at a point where we can just start predicting. Because we've got a full 3-4 years ahead of us. Let's call it that. It's One Piece.
4 might be a lot, but I'm going to go with 2 or 3.
We're going to go with 2 or 3, but One Piece world is crazy. And all the access stretch some stories out. So, and what did they say? It's a 2-week battle?
We're 2 weeks away from
2
that.
weeks, 2 weeks away is a long time.
That's a long time in the One Piece world.
Long time. But we've got a lot to talk about.
But thank you for tuning in.
Every single time.
We love joining you. We love you joining us. Let's rescue Luffy together.
But until then, guys, we're going to have to say peace out.
Peace out.